Hello, everybody, and welcome to Offhand Ideas. I am very excited for this episode today because today we are going to be talking about Despicable Me. Oh, Despicable Me. This was a franchise that started in 2010, made by up-and-comers at Illumination, and the first film was really good. It was taking the story of a villain who becomes a good guy about a couple of months after another movie tackled that same topic. I wonder which one it was. But Despicable Me has been a very, very, very influenced property throughout the past couple of years, and I think we have the Minions to thank for that. Because the Minions are literally the main thing Illumination markets every time they have a new movie. Not just Despicable Me. I mean, look what they did to Migration. Well. But after Minions The Rise of Gru came out, and a lot of people really liking it, and that becoming a big financial success for Illumination, they announced a Despicable Me 4. And my thoughts on the Despicable Me sequels, Despicable Me 2 and 3. 2 it's fine, I guess. It's not great. 3, it's okay. It tried to put some fun. It tried to put some fun, but it kind of failed in all the attempts they tried to do. But 4, I was kind of hopeful because what Illumination's been doing recently with Minions The Rise of Gru, Sing 2, the Mario movie, and Migration has been putting me in a more positive light of their studio than when I was in 2019 and 2018. So, I went to see this movie. Well, before I say my review, I just want to say Megamind himself, Will Ferrell, was going to be playing the villain, and I've always wanted a Megamind versus Gru in a movie, and I have no idea why. Maybe it's because they came out in the same year, but I was actually really hyped when I heard Will Ferrell was going to be playing the villain. I felt like I was finally going to be getting Megamind versus Gru. But I went into that movie day one, and it's good. It's good. That's all I'll say. I cannot place it at a higher spot than good. It's good. A lot of people are saying it's mid. Guys, I've seen midder movies, but it was just good. But, I'm just gonna explain why, because there were a lot of good things in this movie, and there were a lot of bad things in this movie. I really wanted to like this movie and say it was really great, but let's just start from the beginning. So this plot revolves around Gru in the Anti-Villain League getting rehired after the third one, which we never saw, and him going to capture Maxine Lamal in a villain award show, and Maxine Lamal actually shows us his villain powers, that he has the powers of a cockroach, which was kind of hinted at in the trailers, but I literally had no idea this guy was even associated with cockroaches. If you count his vehicle, then I could have assumed he had the powers of cockroaches. But he had this whole cockroach army. He had all this stuff, and the most hilarious thing is that when Maxine Lamal is captured, and he breaks out a day later, they're all like, we gotta bring your family to a safe house, or we gotta, like, protect your family from Maxine Lamal, but, doesn't that happen with any villain that wants beef with Gru if they escape? I think Gru can handle it on his own. He's got an army of minions and he's got a freeze ray. I think he can handle it. But they move him to the safe house, and all this is happening, like, really fast, and they're selling their house, and Drew's not even there. Drew and Dr. Nefario aren't even in, like, 90% of the movie. Dr. Nefario, I think that can be an excuse, but I'll talk about him later. So, then they go to the safe house, and the next 90% of the movie is them just trying to fit in the neighborhood, and the first side plot was Gru hanging out with Kid Gru, which looks awfully similar to Jack, and yeah, Baby Gru, he was actually pretty cute. I liked his moments, but they have Lucy going as a hairstylist, which kind of got really boring at times, and the kids in a karate scene, Margot at school, and it's just kind of painful to sit through. I was really, really bored when I was watching these, and the only times I remember, like, sitting there saying, oh my god, can we please, like, watch Maxine Lamau? Because Maxine Lamau's scenes were literally the only thing at that time keeping me in the theater. And that's not saying a lot. But on the bright side of things, we now meet the Mega Minions! So, the Mega Minions are 5 minions that were transported to the AVL, like all the other minions being separated from Gru. All the minions were separated from Gru during the move to the safe house, and now all the other minions work at AVL. So, Silas Ramsbottom is now their new boss, and Silas Ramsbottom literally wants to make them high-class new spies by putting them in a capsule and injecting mega serums into them. Where have I seen this before? Captain America. So then they get the serums injected into them, 5 random minions, and then they become the Mega Minions! With Stuart as Cyclops, Kevin as Mr. Fantastic, a minion I forgot the name of is the Thing, another minion is the Hulk, and Bob as Doctor Strange. So, yeah. Yeah, those are the Mega Minions! So, and the Mega Minions aren't even in the film that much. They have, like, a few side plots of them, like, trying to save civilians, but that's really it. And I mean, I know Illumination has a Despicable Me, a Minions trilogy to finish off, so that's kind of understandable. But there were so many I thought there were going to be so many jokes to Marvel in this film from the Mega Minions, but there weren't for some reason, and I have no idea why. But, back to the actual main plot, if you can consider there one. There's this new character called Poppy, and she wants to get into the villain school and steal something there. I totally forgot what they were stealing. But, yeah. Then they did the heist. It was, then there's a Dr. Nefario cameo. You'll see it when you're in the theater. But then after that, they go back home. Poppy says, like, hey, thank you, Gru. You did me good. And Gru's like, no, anytime, pal. But then, Gru Jr. gets kidnapped by Maxine Lamau, finally. And this is where the movie actually gets some meat and potatoes. This is where the movie actually gets, like, really, really good. So then, like, they have this epic chase around, like, the city. They have this epic showdown, and Maxine Lamau, and big plot twist, which I was not expecting. Maxine Lamau turns baby Gru into a mini cockroach kid. And then Gru literally has this party speech about how much he loves his son, and then his son rebels against Maxime Lamau and bites his nose. And then Maxime Lamau falls from a great height, and then he gets trampled by bees, cheese, bulls, pigeons, and money. It's his whole retirement plan. Yeah, you'll know it when you see it. So then they all get forgiven. Maxime Lamau gets arrested, and I think you're wondering, well, offhand, how do they cure Gru Jr.? One answer: Dr. Nefario. Dr. Nefario returns to cure Gru Jr. Yay! And then we get the best scene in the movie. So Maxime Lamau's whole revenge stick is that he was just humiliated by Gru because at a talent show Gru stole his song. And that's why he just wants revenge on Gru, because that was supposed to be his night. And Gru stole it from him. So Gru actually apologizes when Maxime Lamau is in jail. And he promises to do a duet with Maxime in front of the whole prison, singing "Everybody Wants to Rule the World." And I actually did not expect them to do this. But in jail, literally every one of the movie's villains return. I don't remember them having speaking lines, but yeah, Balthazar Brat returns, El Macho returns, Vector returns, even though he's supposed to be on Mars, not in jail. I don't know how that happened. But the Vicious Six return, Scarlet Overkill, and Herb return. Literally everyone returns. I don't remember them having speaking lines, but they were really cool. It was really nice to see them there. And I actually think this did a better job of having the villains in the movie than Kung Fu Panda 4 did. Because the villains weren't an essential part of the plot. They were just there. And that just made it even more fun to see them. Illumination didn't have to have giant expectations for me to fill. And that ending ended really, really well. So my thoughts on this movie: if you're looking for some laughs, go watch this movie. If you want to be entertained, go watch this movie. If you're looking for a well-structured plot, if you're looking for a movie that's fully around the block good, I don't think you should really watch this movie. I think you'll come out disappointed. But I'm going to give this a solid 7 out of 10. There are a bunch of enjoyable moments in this, and there are a bunch of parts where it's slow. I mean, it's slow in the first part, but don't leave. It'll speed up in the end. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye! Wait, I forgot to tell you. Like and subscribe. I just remembered that I'm doing shorts now, so go check that out. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye!